Awesome afternoon, dear students. I hope you all are fine at home. And today we are going to read the lesson, The Shepherd Treasure, from your book Supplementary Reader. And the name of your supplementary reader book is A Pact with the Sun. So, The Shepherd Treasure is a story of a poor shepherd who lived in a village in Iran. He was illiterate, but he was wise and noble. He helped the people in trouble. He solved their problems with courage and common sense. So, let us see the story in detail. There lived a poor shepherd in Iran. He did not have his own home. He was illiterate because there were very less schools and he was very poor. But by nature, the shepherd was very intelligent and wise. He could easily understand the problems of other people. He used to solve the problems of people easily. He became very popular for his own wisdom. His popularity reached up to the king. Now the king was also very eager to meet this wise shepherd. As I have just told you that the king wanted to meet the shepherd because he was very impressed by his honesty and his wisdom. So the king changed his identity and disguised himself as a shepherd. Riding on a mule, he reached near a cave where the wise shepherd lived. The shepherd welcomed the traveler. He took the tired traveler inside the cave and he gave him water and his share of food. So the king stayed in the cave at night with the shepherd. He was very impressed by his hospitality and wise conversation. So he exactly found the shepherd as he had heard about him. He actually found him the same person, whatever he had heard about the shepherd. Next morning, the king was ready to go back. He thanked the shepherd by saying, "Many thanks for your kindness to a poor traveler." So, still he did not disclose his identity in front of the shepherd and he told that he was a traveler only. "I have a long way to go. Permit me to leave." So, he took the permission from shepherd to leave. The shepherd was able to find that he was none other than but the king himself. So, because of his wisdom and intelligence, the shepherd could know this thing that the person who had stayed with him at night was not actually a poor traveler, he was the king himself. The king was astonished. Astonished means surprised as well as pleased. He was happy also to know the wisdom of the shepherd. The king was very surprised. The king appointed him as the governor of a small district. Now the shepherd possessed power and respect, but he was very humble and soft as before. That means after getting power and respect, he did not change and he was same person as he was before getting all these things. People honored him for this, and people used to honor him for this thing because he was humble and he was not arrogant or proud after getting power from the king. The shepherd as a governor became very popular in the whole country. When the governors of the other districts come to know about his popularity, they began to feel jealous of him and they always talked to the king against him. They told him that he was dishonest and always kept his share from the taxes which he collected from the people. They also told the king that the shepherd governor had an iron chest in which he carries that hidden treasure. The king called the shepherd governor to his palace. He himself had seen an iron chest. The shepherd governor came on a camel with his famous iron chest on the back of the camel. When the king saw the shepherd governor with his iron chest, he was very angry and asked, "Why do you always carry that iron chest with you? What does it contain?" At this, the shepherd governor laughed and asked the servant to bring his iron chest. People, along with the king, were waiting. When the chest was opened, everyone present there was surprised. The reason was that the iron chest did not consist any treasure, but a very old blanket. The shepherd said that it was his only treasure, and he carries it everywhere wherever he goes. The king asked the shepherd why he carried such an old blanket. The governor replied, "This blanket is my oldest friend. It will still protect me if any time your majesty should wish to take away my new cloaks." Cloaks means clothes, royal clothes, long dress which the royal people wear, which the shepherd has got after becoming the governor of a district. The jealous governors were embarrassed, but the king was very pleased. Means the king was very happy because he was already impressed by the honesty of the shepherd, but due to the things which people were saying, he wanted to prove it in front of everybody that shepherd was not dishonest. He came to know that he was very humble and wise. Now the king made him the governor of a much bigger district than before from that day.